Hello everybody. Testing. The stream should be starting. Okay, I'm lowering the sound of the music just a little bit because I don't want to have to talk too loud to be heard correctly. Just give me a quick second for calibration. Yeah, I'm lowering the sound just a little bit again. Just a little bit. And now it should be fine. Okay, so I'm just gonna make sure on my second device that the stream sounds are okay. And once I'm certain, I'm gonna start talking about the actual stream. Okay, the sound from my second device could be heard in the mic. Sorry for that. So you should be able to see my hand right here and everything that's on my desk. So unfortunately, this stream, we might not have time to do ASMR with the keys. At least not with those keys. Hopefully with these keys right here. Whoop! That we're going to be soldering this stream. I know last time I said I was going to be doing a soldering stream. It ended up being a soldering prep stream where I measured and cut every single one of those wires. But I ended the stream at that point. This time we're actually going to be doing the soldering. As you may have noticed, I did what I said I would do as my little homework between streams, which is if I take this wire, for example, maybe you guys can see. Not sure if you guys can see, but on the ends of the wires here, I cut the plastic part on top of the wire. So now the wire is actually ready to be soldered properly, you know, wherever it's supposed to go. I also still have my notes on my computer, the notes that help me to see what goes where. So do I have, yes, I have this image. So I'm not showing you my computer screen right now, but I'm looking at the pins. Well, I can show you for a second. I'm looking at the pins here. This little schematics, as well as my notes here that I explained last time as to how I'm supposed to be, you know, the lengths of everything that I'm supposed to be soldering and everything. So here it's kind of easy for me to remember because it's just the little bits of wires that go here, like tick 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 tick, just to send current from the 3v3 pin. So this one, the 3v3 out pin, so the number 36 right there. So this one is going to be sending current permanently to every single one of those keys right there. Oh, sorry, I'm not showing you the keys. Well, basically to every single one of the keys that we're going to be soldering. And on the other end of the key, so when the button is pressed, the current is going to go back to the microcontroller for a different pin for every single one of the switches. And that's the second part of the notes. So if I go back to my notes here, so first part is just the little pieces of wires that are going to connect every key to just send current everywhere. And here, the lengths are a little longer because they have to go back to the microcontroller every time, and is the little wires that we have. Okay, that being said, we can start with soldering the little pieces. I think it's going to be the hardest to do, so I would rather do it while there's, you know, the fewest amount of wires already soldered. So I'm going to have more free space to work with. So this is what we're going to be working with. Okay, so here I ordered them on the table, so you can see here, but you know, basically I'm just gonna tell you the lengths as I'm soldering. So let's go back to real life cam. So the wires for the outer edge and just, you know, the power wires are the ones on this side here. And this one is the smallest, which is a length of 19, I think. And this one is the longest, which is a length of... It's towards the end. No, it's... what is it? Did I not measure it? Did I not write it? Wait, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, there's one wire that I obviously just didn't take note of. That's for sure. So if we check, I have 21, 21, 21, 20. So it's 4 times 21 and then 22. So that should be like, okay, I'm gonna point so that you guys can see, but that should be the length of like this to this is 21. Oh, sorry. This to this is 21. This to this is 21. This to this is 21. So that's 3, and then the fourth 21. And then here the diagonal is just a little bit too much, so it's gonna be a 22 in length. Then here it's like very close. I think that's the 19. Yes, it is. Then this is another 22. Then we have a bunch of 21. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So I took notes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, okay, that's fine. And then I'm looking at my notes at the same time to see what I've measured. Then there's going to be a 22, which is going to be, oh, this one right here. So, you know, current is like this, like this, like this, then like this. So here 22. Then a bunch of 21s, I think. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4 21s. And then there's a couple of 23s. So 23, 23 between these. And also 123 to go like here, I think. Something like that. Okay. Yeah. I'm pretty sure it was it was the outer edge that I said was going to be like these ones. Pretty sure. The only length that I'm missing here is the one that's gonna go like from here, you know, that there to the 3v3. So 3.3 volt is on this side, so on the outer side, and it's there's 1, 2, 3, and 4 before it. So if I go 1, wait, like this, 1, 2, 3, 4, boom, whoop. Here, okay, so these two, they need to be connected. So here, I don't know if you guys can see, I'm supposed to connect these wires. So I think that's where this longest one is supposed to go. Yeah, it seems to be pretty much the exact length. So maybe I could start with this and then wire all of the small wires, because this one is going to be one of the hardest one to wire, I think. Oh, but maybe I just do it at the end, because it's going to be like the rest is just cleaner to do. I think so. So in the meantime here, I can just, whoops, putting that crocodile pinch like next to it or something. Like 1, 2, 3, and 4. Nah. 1, 2, 3, 4 on the fourth, like this. Something like that. So now it's uncovered. So, okay. One thing that happens when you do soldering, okay? You need your soldering iron that you're pretty much going to need to be holding with one of your hands, okay? With another hand, you pretty much have to be holding the solder itself, which is just, you know, basically a metal that melts very easily, which is used to, you know, connect both of your wires. Now, ideally, you would also have at least 3 hands, especially in this case, because one of my wires is on a switch, which is held correctly. Okay, so I don't need a hand for that one. But technically, like, you know, this wire, let's say I'm using this wire, something needs to hold it, right? Like, I can try to put it just like this and whatnot, but you know, it's moving. Just touching it a little bit like this, it moves. Okay, this soldering iron, by the way, right now it's not powered. I'm going to be powering it later. So the big problem here, or the big challenge, the hardest thing to do here, it's really going to be, how am I supposed to be holding these little bits of wires, especially the smallest one right there, the 19 millimeter length. How am I supposed to be holding them into place correctly as I'm soldering? That's what's going to be hard, especially as wires accumulate. It's going to be quite difficult. So I've thought of maybe 1 or 2 ways of doing this. One of them is just using that crocodile crimp, as I like to call it, this little pincher, to pinch a wire maybe to the board, or maybe just, you know, something. I just need to make sure that if I'm putting the, like, let's say I'm pinching this right here, I can't really solder like where it's being pinched, because I don't want to solder my crocodile crimps. So that's kind of difficult, which is why I'm gonna try at first to instead use this plier, and I'm gonna try to use the plier to kind of like hold it in place, but not where I'm soldering. Well, like, you know, like in the middle of the wire maybe, or something like that. So it's kind of precarious. So we're gonna see how it goes. But yeah, let's try, okay, with the real actual wire length that I'm gonna be using. So let's start from the top right here. Okay, so this one to this one. Let's try this. And I'm gonna be holding it with the plier. So the length is 21. I have one of these right there. Okay. Okay. Like this. I can also use tape if it, you know, if everything else fails. So like this. The thing is, like this, it's very close to the plastic of the switches, and I'm kind of scared to melt pieces of the plastic. Like, I don't want to destroy my poor my poor switches. So we're gonna see. Okay, but if I go like this, oh boy, that is, oh come on, man. Oh, that's precarious. Okay, this kind of holds in place though. Yeah, it kind of holds. Yeah, this wire, I tried to hold it with the between the wall and this furniture, but yeah, it's kind of ugh. Okay, let's see how I'm doing this. It's pretty difficult like this. I don't know. No, it's not a good idea. Oh boy. Yep, that's the one thing I don't like about this soldering iron. It's the wire. It's pretty rigid, and it's pretty hard to keep in place. So how am I supposed to do this? Especially because there's a wire in the way right here. Wait, I'm gonna try to, oh boy, okay. I'm gonna try to get some of the wires out of the way, like the light right here. There's a light fixture that I put there. Just give me a quick second, because I don't know if I can show you guys, but this wire right here, it's kind of like in the air right here, so it's very precarious positions. I'm gonna try to put it out of the way right there. Okay, so this should really help. Then the soldering iron, I really need to keep it in place somehow. I think I've got an idea. Okay, Jig, give me just a quick second. I'm gonna get some kind of pincer thing, plastic pincer. I think I could just, you know, pinch the wire to the table right here. Just give me a sec. Okay, so I've got this little pincer thing, this little clamp. I don't know how you call it. Okay, let's try. I don't know what the correct length would be, but you know, if I can bring it like this, maybe. Yeah, it's pretty flexible or something. I don't know. Maybe like this. Oof. That stuff. Whoop. Okay, let's try. Okay, I'm gonna move the wires up a little bit because they're kind of in the way. Like all of these like this. Like this. Keeping them in order because it's gonna be a lot easier to know what goes where. This one is the long one. Yeah, let's just, never mind, let's just leave it here. Okay, so now pinch this right here. Organize yourself the way you can. Oh boy, like this. Oof. Oh, is it too small? I think it's too small. Oh boy. Or maybe I can put it on this one. Okay, let me try. Oh, actually it kind of holds. Yeah, it holds. It's great. It's amazing. Okay. It holds. Oh yeah, true. This. Oh boy. Yeah, again, very precarious. I would recommend if you're doing something similar at home, try to maybe get a better setup. I don't know how, but try to get one. Okay. Then, okay, I think we're pretty much ready now. That's the best we can do. Okay, so now I'm gonna be turning this on at 325 degrees Celsius. That's fine. And I'm gonna be oh yeah, putting it like this for now. Okay. I'm just gonna go put some water on the sponge to be ready to solder. Okay, I see I have a comment. I'm gonna answer right after I'm back. It's gonna take like a second. Okay, I am back. Now I'm gonna put this like this. Yeah. Okay. It's heating up. So, there's a comment. Oh, we have a suggestion. It's actually quite interesting. It's to apply a little bit of the solder directly to the switch, then letting it cool a little bit, and basically reheat it to kind of like merge the wire into it, which might be less precarious. You know what? We're gonna try that actually. That's a great suggestion. It's probably less dangerous too. We're gonna try that. Thank you for the suggestion, Marco. Okay. Not sure exactly how long it takes to heat to 325 degrees Celsius, but it should take only a couple minutes at most. So it's heating up. Okay, while it's heating up, I'm actually going to talk about something. Last time I said that I was going to be using UART communication for communication with, you know, the if you don't remember, this is just half of the keyboard. We're only going to be programming one half of the keyboard at first and then doing the second half. But once we're going to be doing the second half, we're going to need communication between both microcontrollers. And I did say I was going to use UART communication since it's bidirectional. I did reconsider a little bit since last stream because I was doing research and I was realizing that technically I just need basically the second half of the keyboard to send information to the first half. I don't really need bidirectional communication. But after doing yet again a bit more research, I do think that UART might be the fastest communication mode, even for just one-way communication. So I'm probably going to go with UART communication anyways. But my setup, the way that I'm going to be wiring this connector here, I could technically also do, how is it called? Is I2C communication. I could also do that. So if I want to try to see which one is actually fastest, I could just, try both solutions. Because you can find information about throughput or bitrate, if you'd prefer, like how much information per second basically you can send between devices. That information is not that easy to find, but it's available online. But the real challenge here is I don't really care about the throughput because I'm just going to be sending, 1 byte or 2 at a time between devices. What really matters in this project is going to be how the delay between when I'm sending the byte from one microcontroller and when I'm receiving it on the second one. And that information, the kind of like delay for first byte, it's not really available online. So, or if it is, it's pretty hard to find, and I haven't. So, okay, it does feel like the soldering iron is pretty hot. So let's put a little bit of solder here. Oops, come on. Okay, did it work? I don't think I put it nearly enough. Okay, see. Oh boy. Oh, come on. Yeah, I don't think my soldering iron is very high quality. It's keeping almost all of the solder. Okay, but I did manage to put a little bit on the switch. Now let's put some on the second switch. Come on. Oh, come on. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I think the metal is kind of cheap on this soldering iron. It's really ogling all the solder to itself. But let's try now to put... Yeah, I'm going to do it this way. I think it's going to be easier. Oh boy. Is it cool? I think so, yeah. Cools pretty fast. Okay, so now let's try this. Okay, yeah. Okay, and here maybe just try to put it up. Oof, no, it's quite difficult. It's very precise, it's so small. Yeah, okay, I got it. Okay, and now I'm doing the second half right here. Yeah. Okay. The first little bit of wire is there. So now, exact same length of wire. The little clump of solder is pretty big on that side, so I think we're gonna try to merge the second wire into the same clump, if it makes sense. So Let's just add some to the second. Come on. Oh, it's really going in my nose. I need to try and not breathe the solder too much, because I'm not gonna live very old. Okay, how do we do this? Like this. Oh, come on. It's actually quite difficult. The wire is getting heated up a little bit. I'm kind of scared to disconnect the first wire as I'm soldering the second one. It's pretty tough. It's kind of a messy job that I'm doing right now. Oh no, come on. Yeah, I think I disconnected the first one. Oh, that's really difficult. No, it might still be connected actually. I'm still gonna get it up. Yeah, like this. Okay. Oh, come on. I disconnected half of it. Okay. I'm gonna need to find some technique here. Very, very difficult. I'm gonna try to hold it in place using this. Because the wires are so small that they're heating up pretty fast, and even through the plastic, it's kind of hot for my hand. I need to put this here. Okay, on this side. Yeah, it's tough because it's getting kind of pushed by its own wire. Okay, let's try to solder the first half first. And then go for the second one. Okay, like this, right? Maybe just a little less, like, yeah, more like this, okay. Like this, maybe? Come on. That's pretty tough. I'm gonna be trying a couple of different things, and I have to. Yeah, I'm trying a couple of different things, but I'm trying to figure out like a way to do this that's not too complicated, because I have a lot of soldering to do. Oh, really? Oh no, come on. Oh boy. So far, Yeah, so far there's one big difficulty that I've noticed. um, it's really whenever I try to solder two wires to the same clump of solder, the first one tends to get disconnected. Oh, you're actually kidding. Once I figured out a good way to do this, it's gonna go much faster. It's been a really long time since I've done any soldering, and last time I did any soldering, it was just a microcontroller here, the headers. But what was like, it was much easier because I had one little clump per, per little header, so one per pin. But now, oof, it's tough. It's tough. What's the best way to hold them in place? Maybe I do want to use tape, is what I'm thinking about. Because if I use little bits of tape, they could stay in place, and even if I have to resolder one little part, it's already going to be in place. That's tough. Okay. Okay. Okay, let's add a bit of solder to that side. Come on. Yeah, it's not too bad. Okay. I think I have some soldering paste. Maybe it could help. Let me try to find it. I think it's somewhere here, maybe. Yeah, okay, I have some right here. Soldering paste. I've never actually used soldering paste. So I'm not even sure exactly how I'm supposed to use it. So you know what? I'm gonna just Google real quick. I don't want to misuse it. Okay. Um, Not sure. You know what? Oh, I thought it was gonna be more of a gel. It's more solid than I thought. But I can try. I think it's supposed to help with adhesion for the solder. So my one problem, well, I have two problems, but my two problems right now, one of them is that the solder is sticking to the soldering iron more than it is to basically the little metals that I'm trying to solder in the first place. So either the wires or the switches. So if I put a little bit of soldering paste to the switches, it could help. My second problem, of course, is that anytime I'm trying to solder a second wire to a clump of solder, you know, the first wire that's there tends to fall out. So that one I still haven't figured out like a reliable way to get around it, but I'm gonna try the soldering paste. So I'm just gonna get a Q-tip to apply some of it, and we're gonna see if it helps with my first problem. Okay, so I'm here. I have a little Q-tip, and like this, maybe I just take a little bit of it. Am I supposed to like heat it up in some way or something? It's very hard. Maybe it's too old or something. Not sure. Okay, but I'm taking a bit of it. I'm gonna be applying some right here. Boom. Okay. And yeah, let's just try if it helps. So let's put a little clump on that one. Right there. Yeah, I seem to be struggling just as much. Okay, well, kind of sad. So now, let's try this. Okay, like this. Oh, it's right here. Yeah, like this. Okay. Like this. Okay. Wait, that's not too bad. Here, yeah. Okay. That looks like a good result. Okay. You know what? I think I'm gonna accelerate everything by trying to put a little clump of solder pretty much everywhere. It's just really gonna help the process. Still struggling with this. Can even put some on these. Oh yeah, Marco, that's I actually did think about using, well, just buying wires that are already stripped and whatnot. But I already had these wires handy, and so I decided to use these instead. And it's kind of difficult to strip an entire wire, though it's possible. I mean, if it's really too complicated, it might be a better solution, all in all, to just strip down an entire wire and just like basically solder it in a couple places. But in this case, it's really just, it would only work for the, well, I mean, it would still be a big part of the soldering that I have to do right now, but it would only work for soldering all the little bits of wires that technically connect to, you know, the same, let's say, electrical wire, where I want the current to go to every switch. But there's also going to be a big part of the job, which is going to be from a switch to a pin. For that part, you know, I'm gonna have to learn how to solder a bunch of wires in different places. But it is true that when I do the connections from the switches to the pins, there's never gonna be two wires on the same, like switch wire, let's say, you know, going to the same pin of the switch. There's always gonna be one on one side, one on the other. In this case, one of the big problems is, when I have two wires on the same clump of solder. So it's true, using a single wire would be simpler. It would be simpler. That's true. I didn't realize that it was going to be such a problem before when I prepared my wires, though. I didn't realize. That being said, there will eventually be a second half of the keyboard, which I'm also going to have to solder, and I haven't prepared the wires for that side. So maybe that's what I'm going to do for the second half. For the 3v3, the 3.3 volts going to the switches of the second half of the keyboard, I might just do one wire that I just solder in a couple places. Might be easier. That's true. Okay. Yeah, so the clubs, they they kind of do little spikes and whatnot. You know, once I actually solder wires to them, I'm gonna make sure that they're a little better formed. I mean, it's not gonna be very clean soldering, as you might have realized at this point. But really, none of that is gonna show from outside of the keyboard. So as long as it connects electrically what is supposed to be connected electrically, that's okay. That's fine by me. But yeah, when I was in university, that's where I learned to solder, and let me tell you, they had better soldering irons than that, because I feel like it pretty naturally came to me, and my solder points were so much cleaner than this. Maybe the electronic wasn't quite as small either, which surely helped. But I swear to God, like, this iron is not super high quality. It didn't cost me much, which is good. It's a good thing. Oof, I think I burned a little bit the plastic of the switch there. I need to be careful. I don't want to inhale that. I don't have any kind of ventilation going on here. I need to be careful with what I'm breathing in. Okay, that's good. The solder really has a hard time sticking to the switches. Real hard time. Come on. Maybe I'll do some research after the stream. A flux core? That's a good question. It's the solder is actually some really old solder. Some old solder that my dad still had at his house. So I'm not sure it's the most technologically advanced solder there is. But at least it does melt at pretty low temperatures. So it melts easily, but doesn't stick very well. Yeah, I'm really just doing with what I have here. You seem to know a lot about soldering, Marco. You have some really good tips. Whoop. Oh, come on. Come on. Please. Okay. Oh, that's a big clump. That's good. Come on. Yeah, I think we're maybe a little more than halfway done with the little clumps. And once the clumps are in place, we can try to solder a little more efficiently, a little faster. Especially once hopefully once I find a good way to do it. You know, it's the kind of thing when you do a repetitive task. You know, I find that oftentimes I'll kind of like naturally find the little tweaks that make it easier to do. So it's kind of like when I was cutting the plastic at the end of the wires. By the end, I was pretty fast. A lot more than I was in the previous stream when I cut the one wire and it took so long I just decided to do it off stream. Come on. Okay. That clump was really difficult. It was a little capricious. Come on. Oh, what? Yep. I mean, you know, at the end of the day, these switches didn't cost me that much, so even if I mess them up a little bit, it's fine. As long as they still work, that's gonna be okay. This keyboard is kind of a prototype anyways. Eventually, I would like to kind of do the same model of a keyboard, but using, maybe try using a Raspberry Pi Pico, like the one that I have, except the W model, which stands, I think, for wireless or maybe Wi-Fi, and it has, yeah, I think it can connect directly to Wi-Fi, or maybe it's just Bluetooth, but basically do a wireless keyboard. Would be really nice. Also, once I do that, you know, it's fun doing the hand wiring and whatnot, but I'm probably going to do a PCB next time. So this is also something I haven't gotten to quite yet, but like using KiCad probably, which is an open source software, to design a PCB. And then there's a bunch of services like based in China that can actually print PCBs and send them to you. And some of them really don't cost that much at all. You have to be a little patient. Sometimes it's about 2 weeks to receive them. But this is fine. I'm in no rush. So probably the next time I'm doing a keyboard, like the evolution to this project, it's gonna be on a PCB. I'm still gonna have to solder parts to it, but things should be held in place better and whatnot. Come on. Maybe, you know what? I'm gonna try to go with a lower temperature. I'm at 325. Let's go like 295 or something. Because, as I said, it's an old type of solder that melts at very low temperatures compared to more modern solders, which is... So maybe my iron was too high in temperature. And it... Like the solder was perhaps too melted to stick. I don't know, maybe it's gonna help like this, or maybe it won't. We'll see. We're just testing out stuff. I mean... Oh, come on. Oh. Maybe even lower. Let's go lower. 275. I mean, also I didn't leave much time for the soldering iron to actually change the temperature for real. It's not an instant process, but it's fine. We'll see. Come on. Stick a bit. Come on. Come on. Having a real hard time. Oh, oh. Come on. Come on. It's really difficult. Okay, okay. I'm trying stuff. It's not really helping, huh? Doesn't seem to be changing much, the temperature change. What else could I try? Because right now, you know, it's all fun in games. Trying to solder to the switches, because they're pretty spaced out. So it's not too bad. I can, you know, shake the soldering iron around and whatnot. But once I get here to the microcontroller pins, it's gonna be tough. Let me tell you. It's gonna be difficult. Come on. Okay. It's gonna be quite difficult to get the solder to stick. Because if I make clumps that are too big on 2 consecutive pins, they might just join. And if they do, that is going to be difficult to undo. So that's going to be the real test. Okay, let's just say it's enough for now. I can always add more later. Come on. Okay, come on. Sure. Okay, let's say it's fine. Oh, come on. I'm almost done with the soldering clump, the solder clumps that I'm adding to the switches. Come on. You can stick. I believe in you. Come on. Come on, man. Only 2 left. Only 2 left. Come on. It is really having a hard time, huh? Yeah, maybe it doesn't help lower temperatures. Maybe it doesn't. Let's go back to 325. I feel like it was easier. Not much, but maybe a little bit. Come on. Come on. Yeah, okay. Let's call it a day for now. Okay, so now let's try to put the wires on top of that solder. Let's try to do this. Okay, so if I go back to my notes to see the length of wires I need, so we did 3 21 length wires. Now we need a 4th one. We're gonna hold it. This tool. Okay, let's go. Like this. Okay, I think it holds here. Yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah, it's doing the job. It's doing the job. And now it's a 22 length wire. So not this one, but this one. There's only 3 of them? Really? Wait, let me count. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, okay. Only 3 22 millimeter wires. Okay. Like this. Okay, wait, the clump is bigger on that side. Wait. That's pretty tough. Oh, because it's hitting the other one. I see how it is. So I might need... Okay, wait. I might need to twist it a little bit. It's kind of difficult. So let's go like this. And like this. Like this. Whoop. Like, yeah, like this. Will it do the trick? Yeah, I think it will. I think it will. Okay. So let's get back to it. Yeah, it's pretty tough for you guys to see, huh? I really feel like the best streams are gonna be the programming ones. Perhaps like this. Oh, that seems pretty good. Like this, maybe. I just gotta make sure that like this Yeah, okay, I think it's fine. So now, if I go back to this, okay, yeah. Oh boy. Do I have a little bit of a thing here? Yeah, maybe. Just a little wire, because this one is too low. It's going too low. I need to get it higher. And I'm gonna add a little bit of solder here. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. That's difficult. It's quite difficult. Did it work? I think it did. Oh boy, that wasn't easy. That was not easy at all. Okay. Whew. Now, the 19 length wire is gonna go right here. So this one, the very small one. If we can manage to do the smallest one, we should be able to do all of them, right? Should be the toughest one to do. So it should go like right here. Yeah, it's not gonna be easy at all. Okay, let me check. Maybe like this? Like this? Oh, that's gonna be tough. Okay, let me try to do this. Okay, I got 1/2 of it in such a way that I'm pretty confident about it, but I don't even know if there's a connection here. So I'm gonna add a little bit of solder, because the solder is kind of too much to the right here. Okay, I think I got it. But I think I disconnected the previous one, so wait, I'm gonna hold it back like this. Okay, yeah. Did it work? I think it did. Okay. Whew, that was tough. Okay, we're going faster by the minute. That's good. Next is... Oh, the 222s are actually branching from this one, right? Yeah, I think so. Yeah. So there's going to be like 22 and 22 here. So I'm going to take both of the 22s and I'm going to do them next. All of these. So it means there's going to be 3 wires going from this one little clump of solder. That's definitely going to be the hardest point of the entire thing. Oh, this one is also going to have 3 of them. So, but yeah, that's going to be the toughest part. For sure. For sure. Wait, let me just get it at the end. Okay, it's really tough. Maybe if I go in the less lit up space. No. It's easier to see here. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's easier to see in the light. I wish I could zoom in with that webcam. Unfortunately, I cannot. Oh boy. That's going to be really difficult here. I think I got it. Okay, I think I got it. Whew, okay. Now, let's do it right away. The hardest part. Because I don't even know how I'm going to do it, because it kind of goes straight through the second pin of the switch. Like, I gotta go from here to there, but there's a pin right there. How's this gonna work? Oh, maybe under? Oh, okay, I think I found an angle. I think I found an angle, guys. Oh boy. It's just... I just gotta make sure that I can... Okay, wait, I got something. Like this, maybe, even? Oh no, I put my finger and clipped a little thing. Okay, wait, I gotta put an angle here. Like this, maybe? A little U shape. Oh, it's gonna work. It's gonna work. Okay, I think I may have succeeded that. Ooh. I think by removing the pliers I undid it. Okay, I'm gonna try something. Okay. Okay. Getting my hands in there a little bit close, but that's fine. Oof, it's hot. It's too hot for my hands. I'm gonna add a bit of solder here. It's gonna be a big clump, but I kind of need to. There's too many wires here. Okay. Okay, I think it works. Now I did push a little too hard on that one. So I need to resolder it real quick. Okay, I think I did it. Wait, like this? Yeah. Okay, I did it. Whew. It's getting harder and harder, but we're making progress. And I'm getting the hang of this slowly but surely. So it's going a little faster. Now I think we're back to the 21s. Yeah. Actually, I could do the 23s right now. It's like all of these. Or there or something. All the 23s. I could do them right now. This way, there's less chances that I get confused with the wire lengths. Because all that's going to be left after that is a bunch of 21 millimeter wires. So it's going to be less confusing, and I'm not going to have to check what the lengths are or anything like that. Yeah, here I'm going to do my usual trick where I just try to give it a little bit of an angle to go around a wire. So it's going to be just a little bit easier to solder. I can afford doing that because I did cut my wires just slightly longer than I needed to. And that was a pretty good thing to do, apparently, since it's going to help me quite a lot now. So right here. Oh, yeah. In the clump. Come on, in the clump. You can do it. Okay, I think it's good. Yep, I think it's good. Now this one, you know what? I'm gonna do a little bit of an angle as well. Just a little tiny bit. Okay, that's good. Right there. Yeah. It's gonna work, come on. Okay, wait. Okay. Don't move. It's gonna be okay. There's not too much solder here, but if I don't move, it's fine. Yeah? Okay. I'm really gonna have to be careful, because if you see here, there's a little square. Wait, I'm gonna show you better. Here, there's a little square. Well, this is where one of the columns here, yeah, these columns, one of them is going to go in there. So I really need to be careful not to unsolder that wire. So I don't know if I can kind of like push it in a little bit. Okay, I'm going to have to be really careful when I put the plate back, if I don't want to destroy my soldering. But so far, so good. It's advancing. I don't know if you guys can see correctly. Oh yeah, this way you can, with this angle. We're really getting there. Maybe the light is kind of too strong, I don't know. Should I solder like here instead? Maybe you can see better? Like right here maybe? Yeah, I think here is better. So let's solder here from now on. Okay. So now there's another 23 millimeter length wire. I don't remember exactly where I decided I was gonna put it. So either like here. Oh, I think that was it, right? Or like here. Yeah, no, I really think it was the middle one. Yeah, there seems to be a little more wiggle room on that one, so I'd rather solder it there. Let's see what I can do. Oh, I'm just gonna move my mic a little bit because I decided to move my soldering area just a little bit to the right, maybe like this. Sorry if it makes a sound when I move the mic. Okay, so it should be good. Let's go here. Well, yeah. So let's try this here. Oh boy, it's gonna be difficult. It's also a 3-wire connection. It's gonna be quite difficult. Okay, I think I did it. That was pretty fast. Okay, that's good. Now, okay, so now we only have 21 length wires, as well as eventually the pretty long wire that's going to go to the 3.3 volt out. but I'm gonna put it aside for now. We're gonna do this one last, or at least last for this part of the circuit. So now let's get this here. Whoop, like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and do, that's like here, not right there. Yeah, let's do this one right here. Right here. That's two big clumps, so it should be somewhat easy to solder, right? Oh boy. Okay. Come on, like this. Yeah. And here like that. Yeah. I'm just waiting a little bit. Yeah, okay, it's holding in place pretty well. Let's get another one. I'm making good progress. Putting the solder on the switches was a really good tip. So thank you again for that, Marco. It really, really helps. Because now that I'm all set up, it's going so much faster. So much faster. Come on. That's an awkward solder here, but I think it works. I think it works. And as ugly as it is, as long as it stays connected, there's no problem. We're not even going to be seeing it. Not once we close off the keyboard. And at that point, we're going to be able to program it. That's all that matters. Okay, I think I'm done with that one as well. Okay. We're getting that power grid going pretty well. Another one. And another one. Okay, so DJ Khaled. Okay. Right here. Yeah, sure. That's actually a pretty good place. Yeah. Okay, yeah. I'm not too sure about the electrical connection for this one. Okay, that should be better now. Should be better. Okay, I did some retouching, just making sure it works and it's connected electrically correctly. So, now we're going. Only 4 little bits of wires left. So this row right here, it's the one that's left. So if I try to show you guys with an angle and everything, you can see the connections. It's going well. Okay, let's keep going. We're not done. Don't move. Don't move. That should be cool. Literally cool. Here. Whoop. Sorry. Okay, so here. Like that. Like this. Okay, that's nice. Yep. Okay, nice. Let's do only 2 left. Only 2 left. Okay, wait. Only half of that is connected electrically, I reckon. Because there was very little solder on this one. So I'm just gonna add a little bit so that the wire is connected correctly. Oh yeah, that's good. That's good. Yeah, when the actual wires are there, the solder does stick better. Even if it is like really good to be able to put solder first on the switches. So here we go. And for the electrical current being brought to the switches, you know, like half of the electrical circuit, we're almost done. Like the grid is basically done now, right? Yeah, the grid is done now. And now I just need the last wire that's gonna actually bring the voltage from the Raspberry Pi Pico to that grid that we just soldered. So if you look here, that's the full grid. So let's just bring the current to it. And then we'll be using a multimeter to make sure that everything is soldered correctly before moving on to phase 2. Oh yeah. So, okay. I'm gonna be only soldering the first part. So let's go. Okay. So I'm kind of like using the crocodile crimps to mask out a little bit where this is going to connect on one half, even if there's no solder on it for now. I'm just going like this for now. Wait, let's do a little bit of an angle that goes down. So it's kind of like a ramp a little bit. Or like this, perhaps? Oh yeah, that might be better. Like this. Okay, that seems pretty good. Okay. And now I'm gonna just directly put the solder on top of it. Like this. Okay. Oh boy, it's really hard to see. I need a better angle here. Oh yeah, that's better. Sorry if you guys can't see very well. Just making sure on the pin layout that I have on my computer that I soldered to the correct one. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then it's that one. Yes. Okay. So I'm not going to plug in the Pico or anything like that, but I will be taking out my multimeter and making sure that everything is electrically connected, which should be the case right now. So I'm just gonna tap, 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 tap a little bit like this. My little sponge is having a real hard time. It's being a little overused, but it's fine. I'll buy a new one eventually. Come on. Okay, just I'm gonna turn it off for now. Whoops, my light. Okay, sorry. Okay, I'm gonna turn it off for now. Well, that's okay. Okay, kind of like this. Let's go. Okay, so now I gotta be careful not to destroy anything, because some of these solders are pretty sensitive, let's say, right? They're kind of just on the edge of something, and yeah. But they're somewhat solid, actually. Now that I'm looking at it, they're somewhat solid. Okay. So I have my little multimeter here, and what I want to do to make sure things are electrically connected, it's actually something that I like to do when making these verifications, because I feel like it's a very easy way to do it, is I put my multimeter in resistance measure mode. So when I try to measure the resistance between 2 points and the resistance is 0, it means that I can consider this piece, or both points in my circuit, to be electrically connected fully. You could even say acting as a single wire. So for example, if I go on one end, like right here, with my crocodile crimp, and I put this on resistance measure mode, right now I have 1 indicated. Yeah, you guys can see. So you have 1 indicated, meaning, oh, full resistance. But if I go like here, on the end of that right there, oh, the resistance is non-zero, actually. So maybe, there's enough wires, there's enough things where it considers that there's a bit of resistance, but it's really not much. 4 ohms, like at that point, I think it's pretty much exactly what I would expect. It's just throughout this, what does it do? To go from that point to that point, it has to go there, there, then here, then here, then here. So it's a pretty big path that it has to take, right? So I think it's okay to get like a couple of ohms of resistance by the wires. So I can also compare these 2 points right there. Whoops, right there. They're a lot closer. So I have like almost 0. Then this point to, I don't know, like this. Yeah. And what about to this point right there at the other end? So I have a little bit of ohms as well. Not too many, but it's fine. Like 50 ohms, 80 ohms, maybe 100 ohms sometimes. It's actually okay. It's not going to be a problem at all when it comes to powering the circuit. Oh, did it? Did it destroy the solder here? Oh, it's unsoldered now. Yeah, okay. This one was not very well soldered. So I'm going to have to resolder it, but that's fine. Yeah, so at this point, basically, there may be a little bit of the resistance that is because of, like this wire that's not very well soldered. So I can just check up real quick, take a really close look with my eyes and try to find, I'm going to put back the multimeter, try to find the weak spots that I could reinforce a little bit before moving to phase 2. So let's just check really quick. Yeah. No, that's okay. That one's alright. Oh, this one? All the solder is on one side. Maybe I can try to put some solder on the other side as well. Here, that's actually pretty good. Yeah, here's pretty good. That's alright. I mean, it does seem pretty solid, I guess. Yeah, I think the weakest was really the very first wire. This here is kind of weak, but it's really in the middle of the solder, so it should be fine. So yeah, maybe, especially here, because it's the entry point right there, like here on that wire. Yeah, maybe I can reinforce the entry point just a little bit to make sure there's no unnecessary resistance there, and also resolder the very first wire that I did, which I apparently didn't do very well. Okay, so let's heat it up again. Turn it on. Okay, move that out of the way. This can go right here. So it should heat up pretty fast. Shouldn't be much of a problem. Oh, I think the music stopped. Just give me a sec. Yeah, it had stopped. I think it stopped a long time ago too. Oopsie. Sorry. Okay, it is slowly but surely heating up. Okay. 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 That's pretty good. And then here. Huge clump. I'm gonna add some solder actually. Okay, that's good. Okay. So now I think we're ready for phase 2. This phase is where we're going to go into the longer wires. And what we're going to do now is, instead of, connecting everything one at a time and doing a little bit of it, well, one at a time, instead of doing some kind of grid, basically. Oh, wait. I just saw another weak point. I'm going to reinforce. So yeah, instead of doing a grid like we've been doing now, every time that we're going to be soldering one switch now, that switch is going to go right back to one of the pins of the microcontroller, so directly here. So we're going to be soldering a lot of these, to, you know, every single one of these. That's why the wires are longer, because now we always have to go back to the microcontroller every time that we solder a switch. So of course the switches that are closer, they're the ones that are going to have the smaller wires, and the ones that are very far away, they're the ones that have like these, you know, super long wires that are going to go all the way back. So now the order is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So we're starting with this one right there, here. So this one has that very long wire right here, and it goes back all the way. And now I need to make sure that I start at the right place. So it's gonna, I'm gonna show you the pins of the image for the pins of the microcontroller one last time before we start this phase. So here, the first one and the second one we're going to be using for the UART connections. So for the UART 0, TX, and RX. So we're not going to be connecting any of those to the switches. Okay. If we have time at the end of the stream, I'm going to cut new wires that I haven't gotten ready or anything like that. And we're going to be soldering them for the UART. And maybe we're going to even be adding them to the connector. Okay, that would be really nice to do on this stream. But for now, we're really just doing the switches. Then there's a ground. The third one is a ground right here. So right there, like right here, it's a ground. So the first three ones we're not using for the pins. So we're actually going to be starting the whole process at the fourth pin. So if we go like this, the ones that are closest right here, the fourth one is the first one we're going to be using. So I'm going to be taking the little crocodile crimps. Just give me a sec. This, like I did last stream, to kind of mask out everything before what I need to solder. So in this case, 1, 2, 3, we're not soldering. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so we're starting at the fourth. Whoops. My wire. Okay. So we're going to be starting like this, and it's going to go right there. So it's kind of like this here. Like this right there. But now that I'm thinking about it, I feel like doing the wires that are closer first is going to be easier. Right? I feel like it's going to be easier. Because it's going to be really hard to do like this wire right there or something once I'm, you know, once everything is kind of polluted, quote unquote. So we can do like those three first. It's kind of difficult actually. So, oh wait, did I? Oh no. Okay, wait. These three ones are these ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, it's this row. But then like the rows where there's 6 of them, they're kind of jumbled up. Oh no, it's gonna be. Oh, do I have to remeasure? Oh no, I think that's how they are. I think that's how they are because there's 6 of them here. Yeah, and 6 of them here. Okay, that should be fine. So the smallest one should be like right here, all the way up to wherever I need to get to. So I need to count up to how far I get from that point. Yeah, that's kind of difficult, huh? But if I check my notes... Oh, I was still showing you the screen. I'm really not used to this, huh? Okay, so... yeah. Here, 112 is the big one. Then there's... the dots are the grounds. So 112, it starts at 4 right here. Okay. Then there's 4 pins, right? So the 4 wire lengths, and then there's a ground, then there's 44 and 31. So the 31 length, it should go to 2 after the ground. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, a ground, then 9, and then it's going to be the 10. So I can do, wait, so if I show you the real webcam, here, Crocodile Crimps, I can just advance it 1, 2, 3, and 4. Then there's a ground, then there's another one, and then we get to this one. So it's like this. Yeah, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be difficult with the angle and everything. Maybe I do this, like that, like this. Yeah, I don't know too much about that. That's gonna be difficult. Maybe I can use the pliers to give an angle, but really more towards the end. Like this or something. Maybe less of an angle. It's kind of crazy. Like this. Right there. All the way there. It's kind of difficult. Okay. I can try to do that. Oh boy. With an angle like this. Okay. Yeah. That's good, that's good. And now I can just bring the solder here and do this like that. No, I think I want it to be on the other side. It's gonna be easier for me to see what's happening. I think it works. Oh, there was a lot of smoke in my nose on that one. Okay, that's good, that's good. Okay, so it's doable, right? It's kind of tough, but it's doable. Okay, so the smallest one for this is this right here. And this one is supposed to go... So I'm gonna give myself little checks for those that I did. On my list, it's gonna be easier. That's a 30 in length? Really? 30 in length? There's no way. No, it's too long. Oh, this one is... Okay. Yeah? That's more like it, right? Yeah. Okay, this one is actually... Wait, so... Okay, I have a little symbol to indicate when the... When I finish this row right here and I need to go to the second one. So... 1, 2, and 3. So there's 3 ones. So this one, and this one before the end of the row. So... And then... Sorry, so there's 3 ones that are before... that are after this one. And before the end of the row. So this one is like the fourth to last, right? So like this, and it goes there. Again, a little bit of an angle, so I'm just gonna take this and give it a bit of an angle like that. Oh boy. Yeah, I'm really getting into like tight corners. So it is becoming harder and harder, but we are progressing quite a lot on this soldering adventure. So overall, it's a good sign. Okay, kind of like this. Yeah, I'm really being very intentional in how I put the wires into the pliers to make it easier for me to like put my hand as I'm soldering. Sorry if it hides what you guys are seeing. Okay, like this, that's good. Oh boy, it really feels like it's not very well soldered at all. Let me change how it's soldered here. Okay, yeah. The soldering feels a lot stronger now. And now I approach with an angle to get this part. Okay. Yeah, that's good. Okay. Gonna give it a little check. Now. Yeah, that's pretty clean actually. You know, that's pretty clean. Yeah, I like that. Okay. I think I'm gonna keep going like that. You know, the closest one first and then going back. I think that's pretty good. In fact, after I've done this one, the next one, so the third row, I guess, and the closest one, I'm gonna do all of them at the bottom, I think. Or maybe not this one. Those two I'm gonna do, and then I'm gonna do this like this column, I guess, first before we do this one. Okay, so now the third row. Okay, I see. Yeah. So there's a length of 35 in here. It should be this one, I think. Yeah, 35 millimeter here. It's that one. And it's gonna go from like here to like the other side. It's one that's gonna be on the second row of the microcontroller. And the one that it's gonna go to is the third one from the bottom. No, because there's a ground in the middle. So the fourth one from the bottom. So if I count here, there's gonna be 1, 2, 3, and then fourth. So I'm gonna put this like here or something. Just on top. So this one right there to this one right here. Like that. It's almost a straight line. It's pretty good. So I'm just gonna give it a little bit of an angle, but at the point where it's here, something like that. Kind of like that. Yeah, I think it's pretty good. Okay, let's try. So I'm putting this in the pliers to hold it in place while I'm soldering. Okay, the pliers are right on top of that row compared to where I have to place my stuff. So I'm just gonna move them like this, yeah. They're more to one side, so they're gonna be in the middle of the two rows of the microcontroller as I'm holding the wire in place. Okay, good. That's very good. Okay. That was quite precise, but I've done it. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's actually a pretty good solder even. Yeah. I'm liking this. Okay. I'm gonna show you guys a little bit because sometimes you can't see very well. Okay, that's pretty good. Now, we've done the first column here. So we're actually gonna go with these two, like I said. So these two, they're actually the final row. So they're, wait, in this order, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so it's 2 and 3 basically. So the last one is just before a thing. So wait, I change. I have these two. I have this. Okay, I'm checking out my notes. Basically, yeah. So here there's a 37 and a 46. And the 37 is the last one, so this one here. And it's supposed to be able to go to... Wait, I'm just making sure. So the one right before that ground. So it's 1, 2, 3. Well, there's this one basically, which is the fourth one. And it's like 3 after that, actually. So yeah. So it's 1, 2, 3 up from the one that we just did right here. Right there. So 3 up. So 1, 2, and 3. Put the crocodile crimps here. So it's gonna go right there. From like here. So it's, oh yeah, kind of on top of everything and stuff. Oof, maybe I should have made it just a little longer. But we're gonna be trying something. Okay, this. And then like this. Okay, and if I hold this in my pliers, can I find a good angle for this? Something like that. I kind of curved it a little bit. I feel like it might help. Like this. Ooh. It's a little too short. Wait, I'm gonna try straightening it a little bit, but then... Okay, I really made just a little bit of an indent to try and get this right. I really should have made it just a little bit longer so that I could kind of curl it over the pin on the microcontroller. Okay, wait, so if I put this in the pliers, what does it look like? Yeah, you have to go just a little bit towards the bottom. Like this, maybe. Yeah. Can I get it under here? No, I don't think so. Okay, so the solder is gonna have to do a lot of heavy lifting here. I hope it can. I really hope it can. Okay. It's a start. Wait. I have to place this correctly. Okay. I'm gonna try. Okay, I think it works. I think it might just work. Yeah, okay. I think it's gonna work. It's a little precarious, but I think it works. So now this one needs to go just below it. So right here. And to there. So, wait, if I just try it with the pliers real quick. Like this. Can I make it go under? Because if I can, it would really help. Oh boy. Okay, let me try something almost surgical in precision. Let me try. I just curve it toward, like upwards to make it go behind, like under these wires, and then up and then to the pin. I think it can work. And if it does work, it's gonna leave a lot more room for the soldering of the other pins that are next to it. Because this one is too high, basically. I should have went under the other wire or something. I should have planned better. Come on. Oh. Wait, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Like this. Okay. Wait, I can do it. I can do it. That's too hot. Come on. I think that's good. Okay. And it is below. It's everything I wanted it to be. Oh, but it's kind of touching the other one. Wait. Oh, that's so good. Okay. I can just leave the pliers there. Can they stay strong? I don't believe so. Gosh. I need something that can hold. Give me a sec. Okay, this. Or like this or something. No, this. Like that. Come on. You can do it. I believe. Come on. I need something else. It's too large. Oh, maybe I can use this. It's Q-tip. Yeah. It works. It works. Very precarious, but it works. I don't know if it holds. I sure hope it does. Whoop. Something fell. Okay, I think it might hold. I'm gonna try to move it very lightly. I think it holds. I think it holds. Oh boy. Yeah, I knew it was gonna be hard on the microcontroller. The more stuff accumulates, the less room I have for soldering, but so far so good. Okay, now we're gonna go with these 3 ones. So this should go like right. Wait, that's too long. What? Oh no, because no, wait. Oh wait, there's one missing. What? Did I use the correct ones? Well, at this point, if it's the correct length, I think it's fine. Yeah. This to this. Okay. So let's just go like this. Yup. Like this or something. Like you go here and all the way up to there. No. I didn't do it correctly. The angle is too high. So I need to hold it like this. Going a little bit like that. Okay. Let's go ahead and do this. Yeah, I'm gonna add a bit of solder there. There's not quite enough. Okay. That's good. That's good. Okay, it works. Oof, that's difficult. It's getting kind of messy, but I knew it was gonna get messy. It's fine. Okay. Okay, so I'm just looking at the lengths and everything, taking notes of things that I forgot to write as checked. Okay, so now on the first row, no, on the second row, the second smallest one, which is a 43 in length, should go right above here like that. So it should go like, wait, let me just do the prep for the wires. So again, like I just use the pliers to give a little bit of an angle here. And then I make sure that the curve is downwards a little bit. So like that here. And it goes just above this, so right here. Oh yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah, that's pretty good. Okay, so let's go like this. And let's do this. Right here. Okay, so the biggest issue that I could see possibly happening here is because I have wires like that I solder over other wires and whatnot, even if they have plastic, maybe I've melted pieces of them and accidentally connected a bunch of things that shouldn't be. So that's my biggest concern here. So when I check the voltmeter, I need to check that yes, the correct wires are connected, but also that the, you know, incorrect wires aren't connected. So now this one's done. The other row, I'm gonna do the 55 line. So for these ones, the 55 in length right here. It's gonna go to the third one, but it's gonna go right before, so right here, like that. Yeah, that's pretty good. Okay, it's kind of straight too, so kind of like this. Kind of like that. Kind of like this. Oh yeah, that's pretty good. Okay. And now like this. Like this, yeah. Okay. Okay, I think it's alright. Okay. Yeah, it's getting really, really messy. If you guys can see. Especially in this area here, but it's fine. It's fine. Okay. Okay. So now I've done this entire column, and I said I was going to do this one first. I don't know if that's true. I guess I will, yeah. So this one, it goes right there before the other ones here. So if I can make it go like, oh boy, like here. But it's going to go on top and kind of hide the rest, so maybe, no, you know what? I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do it like at the end. I think it's going to be easier like that. Okay, so now, I'm going to do that row. Well, that column, I mean. So for that one, there's a 60 length one. And again, it's pretty simple. It should go like right before this one and right here. Like this. Right here. Going there. Yeah, that's pretty good. Like that. Whoops. Like this, come on. Okay. 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 Pretty good, pretty good. I kind of feel like doing all of them. Like all of that first row in one shot. Like this. No, 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 no. Okay. I had accidentally connected the two different wires. So that was a bit of a problem. But I managed. So here we go. You know what? I'm gonna go with the longest one first. Wait. Am I connecting them correctly? Okay, yeah, that's the thing. So here there's a thing, then there's two, then there's one more thing. Okay, yeah, I get it. So not here, right here. Oh yeah, and then it's the longest one, so it's actually right there. Okay. And then the fourth one, like this. Here. Okay, that's pretty good. And then this will go right there. Yeah, I'm gonna try to go like under the rest. Kind of twisting my wires in between the other wires. It's really getting a little bit messy here. But I'm well organized in my notes, so I know what step I'm at and where I need to connect everything, so it should be fine. Okay. So the first row is complete. Oh boy. It's pretty tough. I'm getting really focused because it's getting really difficult. Okay. So maybe I do this one first here and go like, so if you're, whoa, wait, okay, so here, okay, wait. So I'm done with the first row, which is good. I'm gonna mark it as such. Okay, and then now in the second row, okay, so I go 2 from the bottom. So yeah, that's the bottom of the row, then another one, then 1 and 1. So 2 from where I was, it should be 2 up, and there shouldn't be any ground in that range. The ground should be right there. So like here I can connect. Come on. I'm gonna get a little bit more solder on this. Yeah, that's good. Okay. Sure. This needs to be 2 up, so right here. Yeah. Like this, I think. Okay. Then I can go with this one. That's gonna go like right here. I'm gonna hold it with this. Is there no music again? Is the music lasting like 5 seconds? Sure seems like it. Okay, music again. Okay. So this is what it's looking like now. It's getting really messy, but again, I'm finding my way. Okay, so the next one. The next one from the bottom. So here from the bottom, it's a ground. So I have to go to this one. Oh no, I disconnected one of them. Okay, wait. I'm gonna do this one, and then I'm gonna go to the one that I just disconnected. Okay. Then this one. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I'm getting more precise with my soldering. It's getting really, really good. It's a lot cleaner. Okay. And then here, there's only 5 wires left. That's crazy. We made some really good progress this stream. Really, really good progress. Oh, did I? I said it was a ground. Why did I solder on the ground? I said it was a ground. Okay, wait. I have to resolder this one on the correct pin. Okay, that's good. That was some precise soldering. Again, I'm getting much better. Much more delicate and intentional in what I'm doing. Okay, that's good. Okay. Now if I take this and I just go like whoop, yep de doo. And I'm gonna go right there. Oh, it desoldered again? Really? Okay. Okay, I'm gonna need some solder here. Okay. Yeah, that's good. Okay. So I'm done with the second row as well. This is what it looks like a little closer now. Whoops, sorry. Okay, I have to. It's really difficult. Whew, okay. then here. What are the lengths here? Wait. Oh, 74 and 75. It's pretty much the same, but one of them should be a little longer. I think this one is shorter, so then this. Okay, so I'm gonna finish this row and then do this one. So where do they go? You go here. Wait, no, that's wrong. Oh no, did I make a mistake? Oh no, no, no. Oh yes, okay, okay, it's a simple mistake. No, wait. Is it that simple? Wait, wait, I just realized I made a mistake. Oh boy. Because I've connected something like this right here. This switch here. The D. It's connected to a ground. Okay, wait, I need to be really careful. It's connected to a ground right now, so I've made a mistake. Where is it supposed to be connected? The first two ones. Wait. So after the switch, after I change. Whoa, wait. So the first two ones of this row, like these two right here, they're supposed to go to be the final ones on this side, I think, right? Yeah. Yeah, that's what they're supposed to be. So the three ones that are there, like this one is going to be the first one, so right there. Second one is going to be like right there, but then it's a ground, and then, oh no, it means there's more than one that are incorrectly connected. Right? Yeah, I think so. I think these two, they need to be one up. Oh, but does it mean these two here are incorrect as well? I think so, maybe. It's like 1, 2. Oh no, they're right before the ground, and then 3 is gonna be this one. Okay, I need to count. I made a mistake. Okay. I think it's really just like these, possibly all of these wires. These 4 wires, I possibly need to move all of them up by 1. Just by 1. So it shouldn't be too hard. But the length were pretty precise. Damn. Okay. Give me a sec. 1, 2, then a ground. 1, 2, then a ground. Okay. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, then a ground. But how many did I need personally? I needed 1, 2, which are the last one of the other row. Tac, tac, no, they're before. Okay, okay, right. Then 1, 2. Oh, no, 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 I think I just made a mistake on only one of them, actually. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, thank God. I think there's only one of them on which I made a mistake. Let me just check again. So, the last two of the first, like, the first column or row or whatever of the microcontroller are these two. Then once you get here, you're in the 2 first ones of this here. So tac tac. Okay, yeah, this one is wrong. But then there's a ground where I put this one, there's a ground. And then there's this one, which is it where I connected it? Yeah, exactly. I connected it to the right spot. And then there's one empty, which is this one. I'm going to be putting this one there on the empty one, and then there's these two in order. That's fine. That's fine. Okay, okay. So it's really just this one. I put it ahead of like 1 when it should have been 1 lower. So these two, yeah, it's fine. Whew, okay, there's only one of them that I have to move that was incorrectly placed. So this one right here needs to be here instead. And I can easily move this forward a little bit because the clump is huge. So just put it a little forward. Okay, humongous clump. And then, oh yeah, okay, I just, okay, it's fine. Can just put this here. Okay. And then I just, okay, yeah, no. I need this first. Okay, that's good. Then this here can go here. Yeah. Okay, okay. Yeah. Okay, it has been soldered correctly now. So this one should go here. These two ones, they should go there. Yeah, that's good. Okay, yeah. I think so, yeah. Okay. So the lengths, if I look at these lengths, yeah, okay. Then 74. So this one should go here. Okay, that's good. Everything has been saved, salvaged, and everything like that. That's good. That's really good. Okay. I need more solder here. This is not enough. Not nearly enough. I'm gonna need more solder here. Okay, I've done it. Now, this one is the last actually of this row. Okay, I think it's pretty well soldered. And now there's the last one of this row. Okay. And then that's the final wire. I mean, final except for the, communication wires. But they're technically not necessary right now at this point. I'm gonna add just a bit of solder here. Okay. Okay. Look at this. Okay, that's beautiful. Everything is soldered together. Okay, so at this point, I'm gonna need to make sure that everything is soldered correctly by measuring with the multimeter. And I also need to cut the long wires for here and solder them here. But because they're on a different part of the keyboard, when I take him off, if I ever need to take him off, I need to make sure that, how do I say this? I need to make sure that it doesn't rip out the wires here. So I need wires to be kind of long, and ideally just they could spin around a little bit here, and then whoop. I also need to make sure that I move the wires out of the way a little bit for the columns to be able to go in their squares and whatnot. There's a bunch of little things that I do, but at this point I think the soldering is pretty much done, and I'm gonna do all those checks by myself and connect here by myself, because it's pretty late and I've been streaming for long enough. So thank you so much for watching and being there. I hope you enjoyed, and honestly my webcam is not great when it comes to filming stuff very precisely. It's not like a macro view webcam or anything like that. So I hope it was still enjoyable to watch in some way. That being said, the next stream is going to be a firmware stream, aka a programming stream. So now that we have electrical connections to the microcontroller and the switches, right, they're all connected electrically. Now we need to program the microcontroller to be able to detect that when I press the T, it's a T that should be sent to the keyboard. And if shift has been entered, then it should be, a shift plus T being sent. This is actually how you send the signal. It's 2 different bytes. That being said, there's going to be a lot of complexity to the programming of it, and it's going to be very fun. So I hope to see you next time, and we're going to be programming this keyboard right here, this half keyboard. And hopefully once I've verified everything and I put it inside of the case, hopefully I never need to take it out and it just works. So yeah, thank you for watching and see you next time. Bye bye.